Welcome to the We Team call on Monday, July 6th, 2020. And good to see folks who are joining live, and welcome to those who are watching the recording. Ugoji, I'm going to mute you. It looks like there's some noise coming from your, there you go. Thank you. So, yeah, lots of interesting things to talk about. And let's see. I tell you what, why don't we start with Alana? And the reason I say that is because I think you were only on once before, and we're in the process of working out a way to collaborate with you, with We the World and the We Team. But do you want to just tell folks about your background and your interest in the things that We the World is doing, and your interest in collaborating with We the World?
Yeah, absolutely. So I apologize for not being...
I'm sorry to, do you want to put on your video?
Yeah, and then I'm going to take it back off because I have some things to do in the background.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay, so
there you go.
Hello everybody, I'm Alana, and I am really excited to be coming on board with such an awesome organization. So my background is website and marketing. I have over 15 years of experience. I've worked with all sorts of industries, including universities and nonprofits, entrepreneurs. I've mostly worked within the alternative medicine path, so I'm very familiar with quantum sciences, that sort of thing. But anyways, I feel like I was serendipitously led to be here with you all. I connected through Heidi Little, actually through a mutual person that we know, and was swept up into the awesomeness of last month of June with all the festivities and awesome things that you guys were doing. So I have come on board to partner with We in order to lend my expertise to our fundraising efforts, to update our look and feel, our user interface, to make it much more streamlined so that we can kind of compete with the big players in the nonprofit industry, and be able to have an online presence that not only provides information, but is engaging and fun to interact with as well. So I will hopefully be here for the foreseeable future, working on continuing projects. I'm going to have my hand in the 11 Days of Global Unity so that we can market that and get it out in front of as many people as we can. And I'm just very honored, and I'm very blessed to be a part of what you guys are here to do. And so yeah, so thanks.
Yeah, thank you. And do you want to tell people where you are?
Oh, I live in Colorado in Grand Junction.
Grand Junction, okay, great. So yes, so we had a wonderful meeting yesterday with Angel, and we're starting to map out the possibilities for taking things to the next level. We've been going up level by level, and now to the next level. So, so thank you, Alana.
Yes, I'm very excited. Thank you.
Sure. Why don't we go next to Angel? I mean, we had the meeting yesterday, and Angel, do you want to kind of give an overview of what you're interested in us doing, you know, as we approach 11 days and into 11 days and then after 11 days? So, what would you like to communicate to folks about that?
Yeah, so the plan right now is to get everybody on phone or Zoom individually so that we can discuss what you'll be doing for the 11 Days of Global Unity. We're hoping that we can create a minimum of a 3-person team for each campaign, and separate those roles out so that we can get more done. So we would want an event coordinator, which would be someone that would coordinate any events for their campaign that we're going to do during the 11 days, especially for their specific day. And and it could be hosting an event or creating a project. And then we would also want a partner coordinator, which would take the information from an outreach coordinator and set up those partnership plans, the cross promotions, making sure that all of that gets done. And then of course that third person is the outreach coordinator, which would be like the initial contact and communication for reaching out to existing partners and new partners. So, and if we can get a minimum of 3 people on each of those teams, then we'll be able to get a lot more accomplished this year. So that's the big plan for now, is to get everybody's plans so that we can go ahead and get what we need in place leading up to September.
Right, that sounds great. And that idea of each campaign having basically 3 people who are dealing with aspects of the campaign, I think first of all, I love that idea. Thank you for coming up with that. And also, I think it's going to be adapted for each of the campaigns, right? Because there are certain things that are in place with each campaign already, and certain things that aren't in place with each campaign. So it's going to be kind of fitting in with each one, I think, right? I mean, so for example, with Sue, Sue has a lot of things going on with environment and I don't know, any thoughts? You know, Sue, do you want to, like hearing what Angel was just saying, any thoughts about that and how it could work with the environment campaign? And then we could go around with everybody really about that.
Yes. So, so I'm coordinating the environment campaign. Over the last 2 years, we have been developing a climate collaboratory that is launching it for real with the University of Florida starting in 9 days. And so all of the, Michelle was saying earlier that all the pieces are coming together, and it's true. And thank goodness, because I've got to present it. And so what's going on is, so this idea of a climate collaboratory, we're telling it as a story with children and children's characters, animated characters from stories of different kinds. And we're also telling it as real people. Each of us on this call, each of us on this planet has a story about how they came to be aware that there's a climate crisis and what they're doing about it. And so we are starting out this 8-week course inviting the participants to tell their own stories. And so I can invite all of you to tell your stories. And then we are taking a look in the course at who's doing what in our community and what are the blanks that we need to fill in. And so I'm working with a wonderful strengthening group of people on that part in my county where I live. And those of you who are so moved can do the same in your county where you live. And then we're reaching out to other counties. In my case, it's in Florida. And we have 5 other counties that are working on this same program through the university. And it's called Sustainable Floridians. And so this part we are going to be developing in Florida as something that will then be a model that anyone anywhere can use to tell the story of what's happening in their state. And of course, Florida is one that is being affected dramatically by the climate emergency. And so we're telling the story of Florida as though it's the canary in the what do you call it? Coal mine.
Yes.
Canary in the coal mine. What? And we've got the sky is falling kind of characters, and then we've got the the wise elders, and we've got all these different characters to bring into this story. And our last class, which will be September 2nd, is we're calling it the local North Central Florida Welcome to We show. And it is doing what we do with we on the global scale and bringing it down to our very local. And so what I'm doing is inviting the people that we've been working with through these 8 classes to meet the rest of you and know that we have this global network of people who are on the job. That things are happening, and we are part of this network that works in the movement of movements for a world that works for all. And so by doing that, we're creating a system where we can help people to find their part in creating a sustainable, just, and peaceful future. And we use the Earth Charter as a guide. We're doing a lot with the education system. And so it's very, very exciting for me because this has been a vision for many, many, many years.
Good. Thank you. So connecting with that vision that you're talking about, I think that as we engage other organizations to be involved with the environment campaign, as an example, they can feed into what you're doing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
we will set up the system. That's why I'm so happy to see it working with this way with Angel. Well, there's 2 levels of this. One is the Climate Collaboratory is a little place that we'll be able to see in the gardens of environment. But it's also a place that you can't see, and it's in each human heart. And it's also a place that you can't see because it's the whole wide world. And so we'll be explaining how the Climate Collaboratory is all of those things. So it's going to be drawing on each one of the 11 campaigns as our Climate Collaboratory.
good. So that's an important point, because climate is even more obvious than some of the other campaigns, how climate is connected to all of the campaigns, but really all of them are connected with all. But climate, it makes it very obvious, with so many different aspects. Go ahead.
And we can talk about the climate in your own heart, and the climate in your family, and the climate with all the people you know and work with, and climate in our community with the different cultures, and then going all the way up to the planet and beyond. What is the climate of our universe?
Very good. So any thoughts about that, Angel, about how that idea of the 3 coordinators can work with Sue and what she's doing with the Climate Collaboratory, et cetera, et cetera?
Yes. For this instance, I think Sue would be the event coordinator. And I think, Sue, if you could, I don't know if you can recreate what you're doing with the University of Florida with that class and make it maybe a little, run it over the 11 days somehow, break it down.
Yes.
Or, yeah, if you do something like that, but you would be the event coordinator for the environment campaign, and that would just be, getting the Climate Collaboratory and those projects out through the 11 days. And just so you know, after this meeting, I'm meeting with Humanitree, which does they're an organization that teaches people how to become a tree. What they do is get people to dig a hole and stand in it, and then they walk them through like an exercise thing to feel what it's like to be a tree. And then they get them to plant a tree after they do that. So I think after I talk to them, I'll see how best it'll work. But it sounds like it might be something good for the storytelling adventure. And Michelle also knows someone who has built some or created some really beautiful tree costumes that she does Michelle can talk more about that. We just talked about it earlier, but as a visual, I think we can incorporate her into that, and maybe even create a video that you may be able to use for advertising at some point, but it could be an event on the 11 days, teaching people how to be a tree and plant a tree.
We had them on the platform 3 years ago, International Children's Month.
Good.
Mhm.
You,
Uh-huh.
you had Humanitry on?
Yeah.
Great. So they reached out to us. Do you know a person named Janji?
Yeah, I do. You
Oh,
betcha.
great.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
do
all
you-
those people on the platform can be added to We the World. That's really easy.
And so
Yeah.
you have a video of them talking about this project?
We have the whole little feature, yeah, that he sent us over. Instructions on how to plant a person, what to do, pictures, all that stuff. Yep.
Wow.
Can you
Good.
send what you've got to me, or do you want to?
Yeah, you probably want International Children Love Earth, the 2015 platform, because there's lots of
Can
goodies
you
on
send
there.
it to me? Can
Yeah,
you
sure.
find it and
Yeah, it's
send
just
it
a
to
link.
me?
Yeah, it's on the website. Yeah.
I would love to get it. I can't search for, I have never been able to find things.
So
Not a treasure hunter. She's a storyteller.
that's right.
Well, thank God it's as simple as a link.
That's,
No
that sounds
problem.
good. So,
Great, thank you.
So thank you. That all sounds very promising. And I want to jump to Angelina because I know you were on in I think it was last weekend, but the connection failed or you had to run or something. But I want to make sure that we hear from you this time. Angelina, can you hear me? And would you like to give people an update what's going on in Botswana?
Hi.
Hi. Glad
Can
you
you-
can join us.
can- Can you see me? Okay. That's
Okay, now we can see you. That's perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. All right. Yes, I tried to join in and then I tried to signal, but I think maybe I was having network problems, but nothing was coming out. But I could hear you guys clearly and the energy was packed. It was fire.
Last time, right? I know.
Yeah. We're doing great relatively for COVID-19. We're having a fuel crisis. There's long queues. There's no fuel. I think fuel comes and then within the hour it's finished. And we're dependent on the neighboring country, South Africa, for such supplies. And currently from this week and until next week, truck drivers are on a strike that side. So we're not even sure if we'll be getting any food coming into this country.
Wow.
But with all that's been going on, I think we have exhausted the threshold to be panicking and all of that stuff. So we're just watching and trying not to exhaust any energy we have left, you know?
Wow. So, I mean, how do you feel about it all?
I'm trying not to worry or panic or think too much about it, you know, because even if I put myself into stress, then it ends up affecting the kids, the family, and it's pretty much nothing I can do anything about.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So I also heard that South Africa is having an issue with the COVID-19 as well. Did you?
Yes, the numbers are skyrocketing and
Yeah.
the citizens are refusing to cooperate. They're not participating in social distancing. They're doing multiple riots. They're out in the pubs and the bars doing all sorts and kinds of things. It's a mess
Wow.
because they're saying they're not getting paid, they're not getting a subsidy, and they need to eat, they need to work. So it's very difficult for a poverty-stricken communities that are suffering. You know, you expect them to stay at home and they don't have any food. So the only way they know how to get food is by getting work done and being out there.
The only way they know how to get food is what? Couldn't quite
It's
hear
by
that.
getting like day jobs, like a job that you get done today, you know, cleaning up somebody's house and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's exactly how it spreads. Yeah.
Wow. You know, I spent some time in Cape Town in 1999. I attended the Parliament of the World's Religions, which took place there, and I was part of a group of people that met Nelson Mandela and the Dalai Lama and all of that.
Oh,
Very
cool.
amazing people.
Yeah.
But when we finished the conference, we spent some time going through the township. And I don't know if you've
Mhm.
been there, but it's a vast area of, like, you could call it like a shanty town, like small
Yeah.
little small shacks, but it's vast. It's like an ocean. It's gigantic area. And so
Yes.
I was remembering that and thinking, oh my God, that must be really scary to be in there in like close proximity with people in terms of the COVID. Do you know anything about that?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I know about the townships. That's where most of the population is, in the townships.
Right.
Where you find that you can even go days with water or months, and then to recycle waste. Hygiene there is a mess. In the same wastewater that they're recycling, they wash. The livestock drinks from it. It's more like a village, and you find that it's not very far from the city, and you wonder, "Hore, how is this possible that city is just a few kilometers away from the township, and there's so much differences,
Right.
and even that basic rights are not being met."
Right. Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
We had a great time visiting people in the township. People
Mhm.
were incredibly friendly, and we discovered something that I had no idea about. I wonder if you know about this. They actually have a local currency there. So they're not even using the official currency of the government. In the township, they had a local currency where they're exchanging services and time and everything for the local currency. I was very surprised to see that.
I wasn't aware of that one.
Yeah, interesting, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So what about in Botswana where you are? What's the story with COVID there, COVID-19? How's it being
The
handled?
only active cases that we keep getting are the cases from the truck drivers that are coming from South Africa. And
Wow.
locally there hasn't been any local transmission. So what happens is when the trucks come in, they go into quarantine, then they're tested. After the results come out, that's when they can go and deliver the goods they're bringing into the country.
So you're saying they have to go into quarantine for 14 days?
Yes, they have to go into quarantine for 14 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How's that even possible? I mean, so is that means they're being put in places like hotels or something like that?
Yes, there's been, because of the tourism industry has collapsed pretty much. The government is trying to subsidize some of the establishments who are willing to at least provide half price promotions for people who need to go on quarantine.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So have you been able to keep in touch with your team, your local WE team? And any
Yes.
thoughts about what you might like to work on as we approach 11 days in September?
Yes. We've been working on putting the article together. We've been working on putting the Children's Act, Botswana's Children's Act versus the UN Children's Rights Convention. That's like the international framework of children's rights, basic rights, and how Botswana's status upcoming on making sure those policies are being upheld and are they actually being practiced on the ground, who's keeping up the monitoring and evaluation. And I've noticed that there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done here. So we're putting the article together, and then from then on, I think we'll start working on it. Then we've divided ourselves into 2 groups, and there's another team that's also working on the ICT project to try and teach ICT in other schools, in public schools where ICT is not much of a priority because of their backgrounds, and they suffer when it comes to, say, we go into a lockdown and they have to participate in online lessons, and the kids don't even know how to use a smartphone or how to even access basic internet.
Okay.
Yes.
So
So what are
it's-
you doing? So what's happening then instead? What are you doing instead, Angelina?
Pardon?
What are you doing instead with the children that can't access anything and they don't know how to get into anything? What do you got? What's in place? Is there anything in place?
We're going to roll out programs on teaching them how to use even just a basic phone on how to access the online services. And then because at the moment what they do is they provide online classes on websites,
Mm-hmm.
and we're trying to get into talks with them so that they can try and use and transform it into a USSD code, where even just the basic phone that doesn't have touch, the old phones that use keypads, you can be able to access them and
Oh,
how
that's
to be able
awesome.
to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Have you looked into using International Children's Month as some curriculum over there yet?
I haven't checked it out yet, but we will do that.
Oh, please. Oh my gosh, there's so much great stuff there. I'll send you a link
Yeah.
so you can go surf around on there, see what you think.
All right.
Right. And I
Thank
was
you.
going to say that there's a lot of connection with what you're doing with children and youth there, Angelina. and
Yeah,
with
yeah. Like
Heidi and the
flow it
children and
into the
youth.
children and youth theme. Absolutely. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know what you need. I'll back you up. I can
Okay, thank you
I
very
can help
much.
create things for you too. Like if you need like images created to link to places and to get the word out about things, we can work together and make
Yes.
some things happen.
That'd be amazing. Thank
Yeah,
you.
would. I love you. Thanks for what you're
Yeah.
doing over there.
Yeah,
Yay.
thank you.
Yeah, that sounds good. And anything else you'd like to report on?
No, I think that's all. Just to share that there's progress ever since we did the legal registration. Opportunities are starting to open up. We're able to knock on offices and say, "Hey, we need your help with this, and then they'll tell us that we can't exactly meet your budget because of COVID-19 at this point, but we'll put you on the list for when things start opening up, and we can definitely work together."
Oh, that
So
sounds good.
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
And the document that I sent you, was that helpful?
Yes, it was very helpful.
Okay, so you're,
Thank
oh,
you.
okay, great.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So good to see you and hear from you.
Thank you. Good to see you, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Michelle. Hi, Sue. Hi, Goji. Hi, Angel. Hi, Jana. Yeah, I can see the rock and roll grandmas are on.
Yeah, that's great. So, oh, and that
Yeah.
device is working, the one that we got recently? Oh, who's that? Who's,
That's my son. Say hi. Hi.
hi, what's your name?
My name is Kanipa.
Kanipa. Kanipa.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
Kanipa.
Hi.
Angelina, does Kanipa know where we all are?
You know where they all are?
New York.
Okay.
Well, I'm in New York, but everybody's in different places.
We're all in different places. That's the nice part about technology. We can all be in one place. All, every one of us. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Kanipa.
Bye-bye.
So,
Bye.
bye. So let's go to, let's talk about the peace campaign with Michelle and Sharon. And maybe get an update from each of you. Sharon, would you like to start? Then we'll go to Michelle.
I'm going to pass it to Michelle first. She's got the lion's share of the connections, and I'm here supporting. Michelle, you want to bring us up?
Okay, all right. Well, I've just been researching a lot of peace campaigns, that, you know, organizations that I did not connect with last year. So there is some, so I'm doing the research there, and it's really working closely with that Compassion Prison Project because of the fact that they're getting their curriculum together, and they really won't be able to, I don't think we'll be able to get inside the prisons, but they're hoping to create circles of peace and love around the prisons. So, so that is a really big project that we're hoping to get done across the US. I'm not sure how that will work, but I also gave her Worthy Now, Rodney, Reverend Rodney, and then his 1,000, I think he has 1,000 people, 1,000 prisons in his network. And so I'm trying to get those two together so that we can sort of see what we can come up with for any type of project. And then I gave a list to Sharon of all the, you know, the contacts that I have made, and those that do artwork or have a Voices from the Inside, which is from a women's prison here in Massachusetts. I'm trying to see if they'll dedicate their September newsletter to peace. And I was talking to Angel this morning to see if maybe we could get some of the artwork from the inside and some of their writings that could be put up in the peace campaign, you know, on the website. So.
And then Michelle, I wanted to just let you know that I'm going to connect with the women's prison out here in Arizona to be a part of all of that as well. As I shared before, I have a friend who is very active in reentry information and program. Unfortunately, she had an accident and she's very bedridden right now, so I can't communicate with her yet. Hopefully she will heal quickly. So those will be two more legs to the peace campaign.
And then I did Dance to Be Free, which is another program that goes into women's prisons that does dance. And so I contacted them to see if maybe the woman, because she's in quite a few prisons, that maybe they could come up with the women inside could come up with a peace dance that they've worked on that could actually be put together. And so I'm just right now reaching out and trying to coordinate. It would be kind of fun if we could, again, I was talking to Angel, like we should have got this earlier, that whole caravan that's coming across. It would be kind of fun if Ben could actually have the caravan stop at one of the prisons outside and sort of do a little show or something, but maybe one year that could happen, you know.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's going to be
it might not be
in-person
right.
caravan. It'll probably be a sort of an online caravan at this point. What were you going to say, Sue?
I'm saying that you don't need them. We're creating our own, and we're going to have a caravan going all over Florida to all these neat places, and they can just come to your place too.
Okay, and so Sue, I want to talk
work
to you
on that together.
I love that. I would love to. I just think that it would be such a great community as far as, you know, surrounding and having some type of event going across.
I love the idea of an around the prison event.
Yes, well, that's what we're working on with
Yeah.
prison, you know, because I was telling her that in Native tradition, I heard Pat McCabe talk, and she said that in the Native tradition, we're born in beauty, we are beauty, and that sometimes we lose our beauty way, And it doesn't matter what we've done, but the community, it's up to the community to sing back that person into the beauty way. And I said, wouldn't that be such a beautiful thing as to, if we just start singing everybody back into beauty, and we would be helping those, but would also help ourselves, because again, it starts with ourselves. And but I have, when I was at Earthlands, Larry, who owns Earthlands, and his wife, Katja, is a wonderful ceremonial singer. I mean, she's beautiful, but she also is this talented, she has made these costumes that are trees that when you get into them, like they were made for her, but when she gets into them, she becomes that tree. So I'm going to contact her to see if maybe she'd want to partner up, and I will give her your information, that maybe because of the fact that she does these beautiful dances, and she hasn't quite got out there yet with them, because when she first started years ago, people weren't ready for what she had. But I think it would be a perfect opportunity now to bring out her beautiful talent. She's just amazing. Yeah.
And it certainly sounds like there could be a connection with Humanity. You know, first you plant yourself and
Yes.
become a tree, and then you dance. Why
Well, I
not?
heard from Tree Sisters. I heard from Tree Sisters.
Tree
that
Sisters, right.
Yeah, our DNA is the same as a tree. We're so much alike that we are the trees, and the trees are us.
So I don't know if you realize it, but Tree Sisters approached us like a couple of years ago, and we're doing fiscal sponsorship for them. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. There's a great organization. I love
Yeah,
Claire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So.
So that's all that I have right now.
And so what? I was going to ask you, is there a possibility of doing something again with Lakeland Correctional?
Yes, we're working on that. We actually, I'm still working with John on that as far as getting something from the inside. This is what I'm trying to do, is trying to find it, because I would like to have the men and women that are in prison take hold and create the event, and not have it say, oh, this is what we're doing, and not have the prison, because all of that work that we did last year, it's very sad that it was brought up and the warden took credit for it, and not that the Native group and John did not get any credit as to putting that event together. But we all know that they did it, but it was just kind of sad that because it got to be such a great event that they took credit for it. But right. that happens. And but I told him, everybody that looks at We the World knows that you and the Native group got that together. So but yes, we're working on it, Lakeland, to have an event of having, maybe I've also contacted Wayona LaDuke of Honor the Earth, and sure. And then this other man, I'll get his name, that John wanted me to contact, who did this beautiful talk on peace. And so I emailed him, and then John just wrote him a letter. So we're hoping that maybe we can zoom in, or and then the Prom Wat has this whole prison peace education. So I'm going to send, and I'll put you on there. I'll CC you, Angel, all that I sent to Sharon, all the list of who I've contacted already. And so they have this whole inside prison peace program that they're put through the prisons and jails. So I've contacted them in hopes that we can also get something going from the inside, because I really think that we need to be working from the inside out,
Yes, and at the same time working to end prisons, right?
Right, but the thing of it is, everybody
wants them.
At least
begin to move away from them,
right.
Get into
but everybody wants them to
justice. And,
we don't have the resources. Yeah, we don't have the resources if people are coming out right away. So I'm working on trying to get growing food on the prisons so that we can work toward, because the food contributes to either mental health or mental illness. So, and if we get them, if we start from the inside, at least we can build up and nourish them, and then they'll be ready to come out when it's time, and then we can end it.
So I think it would be great to do some kind of collaboration with Winona LaDuke. She's been taking a great leadership role for many years.
I'm trying. She never answers me, and I even sent a donation to her organization in hopes that she might get back to me, because I gave her, a donation, but I haven't heard back yet. I mean, she's very busy, and but she would be a wonderful person to get on board.
Good. Worth pursuing, definitely. So Heidi, do you want to give us an update? What's going on your end? And of course, everything that everybody's saying already applies to what you're doing, right?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I love all of it. Thank you for everything everybody is doing. Bridger, you're gonna be okay. He wants something that he can't have right now.
Oh, wait. Before you go, Heidi, did you want to say anything further, Sharon? Because we didn't really hear anything about No Judgment, Just Love.
Oh, thank you. I'm still conducting Comfy Couch forums in the groups that I'm in. They've been very healing for people to be in a safe space without judgment, without interruption, without debate about what their stories are. And I connected with the city to kind of expand that, and we're working on doing something there. So hopefully that'll be something that we can include with the 11 Days for Peace along with the prisons. Maybe they can, since it's online, it's easier to have a Comfy Couch experience. So as I get in touch with Sue Ellen, hopefully she'll heal quickly, and Alicia from the Perryville prison here, maybe we can incorporate that.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Back to you, Heidi.
All right, cool. So, as I was saying, thank you to everybody. And Rick, is there a place where I can get a list of our partners and a list of our fiscal sponsors so that I know who to reach out to? Do you have that?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's sort of a work in progress. Maybe Angel, you have something that's more, and Jana. I mean no.
No.
Jana's shaking
It's like,
her
no,
head.
I don't know what to do. Okay.
I mean, there are.
Are they listed on the website? Or?
Yes. I mean, well, that's a basic list. It's not, doesn't have all the latest.
Where is it on the
Sign-
partners page? The partners page is where I should look for that?
Yes. So wait, I'll put a link in the.
Okay, cool. So that was my
In the-
first question. As of course, now we're switching into internationalchildren.world and moving forward with the Miracle platform. And I am done driving Angel crazy after the last year trying to get her to help me find a classroom. And I made one for myself yesterday. It took me 16 hours to pull a website together. Thank you very much. We now have a place where we can teach in the prisons online, Michelle, where we can teach anywhere in the world. So I'm very excited. Sharon and Angel and a couple other people are going to help me test it out this week. We're just going to set up a little fun hour, Michelle. If anybody else wants to be involved in that hour, let me know and we'll just get together and try it and see how it works for everybody, okay? And so that's exciting. It's called selclasses.com. So Rick, I'm hoping to figure out classes for each of the 11 themes also to be
That's a great idea.
in there.
Fabulous.
Okay. So, and if you come upon teachers that you want to be teaching those, just let me know. So I'll handle the back end while we're getting sorted out and getting our feet underneath us, booking people and whatnot. And essentially we share a Zoom, and not our Zoom, I'm getting another Zoom. We share a Zoom and then the teachers just go into the Zoom and that's how they handle it. And it does all of it, Angel. It does like all of the compiling of who's in the class. It sends out reminder emails, all this kind of crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to wrapping my brain and heart around all of that and moving into that. That's very exciting. I built a website like that in 2016. And when the Bastrop Opera House screwed me over, I forgot about it. So that's what happens to me. People screw things over and then I kind of lose my traction for a minute and I have to make sure I don't do that anymore. So I think we're good to go in 2020. But anyway, we got the We the World album compilation in on Friday morning. And that's everything. The metadata, the wave files, the artwork. I made the whole freaking thing, you guys. All the contracts, the artist contracts, the whole 9 yards, everything is in there. Oh my God. So now, gearing up for Peace Weekend 21, the 11 Days of Global Unity, I'm going to do an outreach letter to all those orgs. EGAL Canada, the Hunger Project, United Way, I can't remember who else is on there. We the World is on there like 5 times. So, we've got songs for each of the themes. So Angel, let me know how to get those into, I can just share the Dropbox with you essentially, right? And then you can just take pieces when you get a chance. Okay, sounds good. All right, so that's happening. So the street date through Sony Music is the 24th of July. So that means it will be out on iTunes and Apple and Pandora and like all those crazy places. I've been learning about marketing. I released a song on Thursday night last week called Black Lives Matter, Ahmaud Arbery, and got 6,000 plays in 24 hours or something like that, 24,
Wow.
48 hours. So that's SoundCloud. So I've learned SoundCloud. Now I'm onto YouTube. AMG Music, which is our partners in this record, told me how many subscribers do we have for We the World?
You're talking about the email list?
Your YouTube channel.
Oh, that. I don't know, but it's not very many. I don't
Is
think
it
it's-
over 200?
I don't know. Angel, or anybody know? I don't know.
I'll check, but I think it's like 266.
Okay, good. So I can go in and customize it for us so you don't have that weird name. We can go in and grab our customized name, which is We, or We Campaign, or We the World, instead of the whole thing that's going on that nobody can find. Just so you know, when I go to search for our channel, it is nowhere. I can't find it anywhere. The only
So-
reason I can find it is because I'm tagged in it and it comes up under Heidi Little. That's the only way I can find it.
So what can be changed about that?
We can go in the back end. I'll send Angel the instructions. We can go in the back end of the YouTube channel and customize it and take our copyrighted domain name. So it'll be youtube.com/we, right? Or /we the world, or /we
Right.
campaign.
Right,
So,
okay.
and then there's a link to embed that places that makes it bigger in Google Analytics. So I'll send you
Uh-huh.
over the thing. So essentially, I'm learning how to dominate the industry. Learning how to dominate the commercial industry.
Just so
So-
you know, Heidi, we have access to the Creator Studio through YouTube. So you
Perfect.
can actually, if there's
Oh.
a studio close to you, a physical one, you can actually use it under We the World.
Oh,
We get a lot of
cool.
free stuff because we're a nonprofit.
Oh, that's great. So I don't know how you add me in there somehow, but add me in there somehow. Make me something like you can go in the back end and add like administrators and stuff. So if you can do that for me. Okay, and now here's the other thing. So Dwayne from AMG Music Group knows all about Google Ads. And so when I told him that we won that grant, he was so happy for us, first of all. He was like, oh my gosh, congratulations. That's a really big deal. And then I said, okay, so what about us working out some of the Google Ads for the We the World album compilation and the 11 days? And he said, I would love to help you guys with that. So he's a pro, and that's fun, right? That's the We the World and the 11 days of global unity. So let's have a meeting with him and figure out how to work together, okay? With Dwayne also. So that means Alana knows how to do the Google Ads, and now Dwayne knows how to do the Google Ads.
Dwayne, what's his last name?
Do
you know?
He's on the AMG site.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so he's on the
was
AMG
just
site.
curious.
If you go to AMG Global Inc., his face is right there.
Okay, very good.
So he's great. Dwayne Farley, 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 Farley.
Okay, very
That's
good.
who he is, Dwayne Farley. So that's Mark Berry and Dwayne Farley, which is really
Right.
great. Okay, so that's one of the things. Now the next thing is who to contact out of our partners and the partners. I have an Excel spreadsheet with 111 groups emails that I got from World Unity Week. I don't know if you got that same Excel spreadsheet, Rick, but I have everybody who signed up to a cooperative email list in the back end of World Unity Week, 111 organizations.
That's great. Where'd
Oh,
you
it's
Where'd you
fantastic.
get that? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Amazing man set it up, who I need to find out.
Right, and we were on a call with him. as I
Yeah, we
recall.
were, James or something, right? What's his name?
Right, and I
find
saw
him.
that.
need to
Yeah, that
find
was
him.
great.
Yeah,
He-
so I have that. I downloaded it. I uploaded
Good.
it into our MailChimp for International Children's Month. I haven't utilized it
Okay.
yet, so I'm going to send
Okay.
everybody a hello. You can feel free to unsubscribe if you wouldn't like to hear from us, but of course we would love to continue to move forward. And I'm going to give them some kind of plans for the thing, September, like the 11 days.
Yeah.
So just switching hats is what I'm telling you, but still I have these ongoing projects, right, that we've been working on that can really do some great exposure for us. Now, the We the World album concert, you have not seen it yet. We need to figure out how to premiere that thing. I got to pay Mike O'Shea. I gave him $33, so we got to talk finances too.
Oh, that's right. I know. I've just been so consumed with stuff. I
I
haven't
know
been
it. I
dealing
know
with
it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. So
Yeah.
just putting that on your reminder list.
Good idea.
Can we figure out how to make that a premiere on Facebook or something? You know, Angel's in the back end still, right? Is she here? Yeah, she's
Yeah.
still here. So somehow, you know, like I want to make a big to-do about it because it kind of
So
got
you're
overlooked.
saying premiere the album?
No.
What are you talking about?
Yes, which we're working on.
And you're
but-
talking about the 24th. You want to coincide at all with the July 24th?
Potentially. So we have a 55-minute concert.
Oh, the concert. Right.
So, and you know, it's a beautiful thing.
So maybe-
It's a beautiful thing.
Maybe the 24th would be a day to shoot for that,
Yeah.
right?
And then we
Because-
can premiere it on Facebook on our We page, right? Like make it a premiere.
Sure.
And then invite our friends and host watch parties, right? So people will watch it with us. Maybe we should do it on a Friday night or a Saturday night or something like that. I don't know, you know, like make it like a drive-in movie theater, but you're at home parked on your own butt kind of thing. Anyway, I'm open to suggestions on this.
Can we also premiere it at the same time on YouTube?
I think so.
Because
so.
this way, you know, I'm getting more and more messages from people, you know, can I watch what you're offering on something other than Facebook?
Yeah. So Alana embedded our YouTube channel into internationalchildren.world. What I did is I went through every single thing we participated in on the 21st and the 25th, downloaded all the video and re-uploaded it all into YouTube. So I suggest we do the same thing for We the World. Anything that We the World was involved in, download it. You just have to go to those three little dots on the right-hand side of the screen, download it to your computer, and then re-upload it into YouTube.
I think Angel has started that process.
Very important process. You don't want to lose that. And especially since I'm learning how to really do our YouTube channels and like how to really, you know, take this all out to everybody. So, so that's another thing I think we should
I do that after every broadcast I download.
Yeah, it's
so
really important.
I have just about everything at this point.
It's really important. Yeah. Sue, I did an interview with Chief Looking Horse that I think you should put into the Earth campaign thing for the 11 days. If you could help play that video again, it's about 30 minutes. Awesome. Talking all about the planet and how the rivers shape a heart, and oh my God, it's just beautiful. So if you could utilize that, I'll send you a YouTube link.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Put that in the chat. That would be great.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't uploaded it yet. Still in one of the things of my to-do list. Michelle, and who else is running the peace theme? Michelle and Sharon. Awesome, yep. Sharon. I want my music in there, please. And if we can put anything from the Child of the Heart, how do we teach self-love in there? I think that would be super potent and powerful. I got a bunch of different videos now and things that are happening. So
did you see what Angel wrote in the chat about?
Angel said, Heidi,
what are your plans?
Off camera. Oh, what are your, okay, I'm glad you're stretching. I love that. Can you coordinate a children and youth concert and get Vivaldi and other young musicians in there? Yeah, of course, absolutely.
For 11 days, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, they want to do a record. They want to make a record too.
Great.
And so, you know, anything I do, it's not small. So this is what I'm saying, like whatever we do for that day, you know what I mean? That's a great idea. Let's do that. Done. That's what I'll do, okay, for our day. We'll do a concert, and then the kids already have panels. I had a meeting with Raheen. She's gonna run a youth peace, global transformation, global youth conversation panel, bi-weekly for International Children's Month and We the World. I invited her to join us. She said yes. She's gonna put her bags in Angel's Green Woman store, and oh my God, she's on fire, that kid. Awesome.
Hey, Heidi.
Michelle. Yeah.
Just, is there anything that you need from me for Children's and Youth Campaign for 11 days right now?
Right now, no, but I'll keep you in mind for as we're moving forward to curate it. Right now, I have to finish this launch of the We the World album compilation, and you're already, I want your poetry. So
Okay.
what I want you to do is finish one, a beginning and an end. You sent me all this beautiful poetry that didn't end. So I need one that's like, you really do a professional job at it. You know, make sure your phone is in front of your face and I can see you like head on, and begin it, introduce yourself, you know,
Okay.
the work you're doing with us, and then end it however you want, because you're on fire. So pick something great to say and plug that into the end, and then Dropbox it to me, or we transfer it to me, and then I'll have it. What I would like to do is continue to use my friend Mike O'Shea to edit together, you know, some amazing pieces of footage that really help us, right? Like if I get quality content, 45-minute quality content, 20, 30, 50 pieces, we can have our own television station on PBS. And that's what I really want to do for us. I want us to have our own television station on PBS. So that's kind of my goal.
Okay.
Just a little goal, you know, of doing transformational television. You know, and then of course I can get picked up by Netflix and I know people who have shows now on Netflix and Prime, and we can have that also. So I want that. And that would be good. So anyway.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Because Astrid brought that up about what could be, what she could do. And
there's tons of possibilities.
Yeah, and I was wondering, Angel, what do you think about what Astrid and others could be working on as we approach 11 days for the Children and Youth Campaign and maybe other things, but starting there. Any thoughts, Angel?
Yeah. Yes, I always have thoughts. So I'm thinking that Astrid could maybe be like the partner outreach piece of the Children and Youth Campaign. Heidi can be the event coordinator. So.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sorry.
It's what you're already doing. It's what you're already doing. You and
Right
Brielle
now, I'm not doing anything.
and Jocelyn. Well, you can be. There's certainly tons going on.
That's why I'm asking. I am asking.
Oh,
so we need to book a meeting then, you and me.
Right, and Angel. So go ahead, Angel.
Yeah, so Astrid, for the partner coordinator, what you would do is connect with these children and youth organizations. Heidi's probably already in contact with them, but you would manage what those partnerships would look like during the 11 days. Like if they have their own events, making sure that we get that information on our end for cross promotion, and anything else that we can do to help them with what they have going on. And Heidi would be in charge of making sure that the events that We the World is hosting for children and youth are successful.
Okay.
I love the way the 21st ran. I don't know if I've told you guys that, but I love the way the 21st ran. We were super successful, you guys. We reached about 500,000 people on the 21st. So it was, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And
that's interesting that you say that, and that's fabulous. And I was very impressed with everything that you put together there.
Thanks. That's what I'm
for that.
hoping to do again for our
So,
day.
but
Mhm.
it brings up that thing that I mentioned last week and maybe the week before, this idea of writing up a report
Oh,
about what we did, what everybody did,
Yep.
for June. I
right.
mean, there were so many
Oh,
things
so much.
that, and this is really important for things like fundraising
Yes, I know, and
and
grants and
outreach
stuff.
to major organizations.
Yeah, yeah. What was the
So-
link you said we could use to make ours off of? There was something somebody sent and you said, oh, so-and-so sent it. It was a great model. Just use that as a framework and plug in what you did. What was that?
Oh, yeah, it was a press release you're talking about. I think that's what you're talking about.
No, it was a report. And it was a report from our We Match, the We thing, right, Sue?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was the MLK
Yes.
beautiful report of all.
Oh, you mean like as a sample, like what it could look like?
Yeah. I need one of those. Where do I
And you-
find that?
And the link, you can find that just by going to we.net on the right side. I just scroll down till you see that the image of MLK.
Okay.
And then there's a link, it actually says report there. And you click on it.
We.net sample report. Is that what we should use?
I mean, I think so. I mean, that was a great example of a report where you
Okay.
have images, videos, you have
Okay. Yeah, we have all
numbers,
that. Yeah.
all the whole thing.
Heidi, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
When you mentioned to Michelle and I to add your music to the place, where is the place?
I'm hoping it's the page on we.net.
Okay.
No, I mean, that should be the place.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, the other place would be YouTube. The other place would be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Like really every campaign should have a social media circuit. It's a circle, right? Where's Brielle? Where's Jocelyn? Where's our team girls? Where are they?
Brielle is not feeling well.
Oh, God bless her. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
So for example, what you're talking about is the Children and Youth campaign page on 11 Days, right?
and for Sharon and Michelle, the peace page, their peace campaign page. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because I mean, Arvel's talk could go up into Earth or Peace. We had it on Wounded Knee Day, on a day of peace and nonviolence. We got tons of that stuff. Oh my God, that World Peace and Prayer Day panel, that's an hour long, Michelle and Sharon. We can put that on there. I got to pray with Ella Gandhi, you guys. It was a highlight of my freaking life almost, besides having my kids and singing music and playing with you guys. I've never prayed with Gandhi's granddaughter before, and it was a very, very, very powerful prayer time, let me tell
That
you.
sounds great.
It was
And and we have collaborated with Arun Gandhi, Mahatma
I
Gandhi's
saw.
grandson.
So these are the things I want to take a look and cross-reference who we just worked with, who we've already worked with, and then really give them a beautiful invitation letter to come together for the 11 days and to just, work with us in synergy and to really just bring it home for Peace Weekend. It's that mass consciousness that I wrote it down.
Mhm.
Where'd it
So
go?
we're sort of starting to run out of time a little bit. I want to make
Yeah,
sure.
sorry.
we
There's
hear
a lot to talk about, but it's
Right,
good to
right.
get this is how we rise, though. Do you know what I mean? People need to know
Exactly.
next steps, and I'm on next steps. So I'm on fire, baby. So
I know.
let's do it.
And so I definitely want to hear from Ugoji and Lucy
Yes,
before we
please.
finish up. So Ugoji, you want to give us
Thank you
an
for all the
update?
space.
Hello, how are you?
Good to see you. How's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. Well, firstly, the meeting I'm having on Thursday, are you going to participate? The one on racial social justice, a conversation.
Yes. Oh, you're going to that, Sharon?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Hi, Sharon, how are you?
I'm good, Ugoji. Nice to see
Good to
you.
see you.
Can you tell me
Thank you
what
for
time
coming
that
aboard.
is?
It's Central Time, I believe it's 3 o'clock. They're going to do an updated flyer with the different time zones, the times, which makes
But
it
it's
easier for people.
4 p.m. Eastern?
I believe so, yes. But I'll send you out a new flyer with the different time zones.
Okay, and so is it like a roundtable discussion, or is it a thing with panel and
No, it's like a discussion. It would be like a discussion.
audience? Okay,
Yeah,
so
to be
roundtable, definitely.
Yeah, to be like a discussion, to be moderated by Rabbi Lindsay.
Okay, very good.
And
So you're going to send me a Zoom link for that?
yeah, I sent it to you on Friday, but I'll resend it out again today.
Okay, very good.
And secondly, I'm doing a virtual meeting on the 23rd of July. I believe it's 10:15 to 12:30 on building back resilient communities in Africa and the Caribbean. It's been sponsored by the Permanent Mission of Nigeria to the UN and Permanent Mission of Germany. Again, the flyer should be ready this week, so I'll send it out to you.
Okay.
If you could circulate.
Okay, maybe we can put that on the calendar. By the way, is the calendar, has that been cleared up?
I went to it yesterday. It's not working. How come it's not working?
It still says that I can't do anything because the payment hasn't been made.
Right, and we paid $450, so there is a mistake.
Oh
I'm
my
working on it.
gosh.
I'm waiting for them to contact me back. They didn't have any customer service people on the weekend. So
Mhm.
hopefully there's some free space between all of these meetings today and I can get on and make sure that's taken care of.
We paid for a whole year all at once. The check cleared 2 weeks ago, so they should not be closing down or locking down that calendar.
Yeah, so I'm completely without wind in my sails right now.
Oh.
Sorry, Janet.
Right. So Lucy, would you like to say hi, or yeah, there you are, Lucy. Please give us an update. What's going on with you? And I'm glad to see you on the meeting.
Thank you. I'm trying to think of things I could do in the context of your organization that would be useful.
Okay. And we only see the top half of your head.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sit up more.
Okay.
And
so what areas would you be interested in participating in? Because we have the 11 campaigns, which include, human rights and women and peace and disarmament. We're actually very interested in finding a coordinator for the disarmament campaign. If you have any thoughts about that.
yeah, that's a good idea. At least I have a background in
That's why I mention it. I know.
that field, and I'm in touch with some people who are involved in that now.
Mm-hmm. So think about that. If you want to, maybe you can co-coordinate it with one or two other folks. We're looking for someone for the disarmament campaign. We're actively looking right now. So that's why I'm thinking about that.
Keep me posted, and I'll see how I could possibly fit in and be useful.
Yeah, that would be great, because we want to connect with a lot of the organizations that have been doing work regarding disarmament, all forms of disarmament, nuclear weapons, but all other kinds of weapons, even gun, the whole idea of
I don't know if any of you know
gun safety and all
my
that.
my good friend Tad Daly.
I know Ted, but he's beyond belief busy. He's when I look up incredibly busy, along with my picture comes his picture.
Well, okay. I think.
But we're all in that boat. I mean, all of us here are in that boat. So,
Yeah.
but I know that I've already had a conversation with Ted about a couple of months ago, and I asked him about, you know, just a
Yeah,
couple
I
of
think
things. He said, "Oh,
I-
I'm already over the top," you know.
I think he has a new book coming out. And he might
Yeah,
have
yeah.
opportunities.
But on the other hand, if you reach out to him, he might have some ideas too.
Yeah. That's one possibility.
And he's working with Citizens for Global Solutions. You know?
Yeah. Yes. He and I also are important people in Citizens for Global Solutions.
And you know, I don't know if you know it, but they inducted me as an advisory board member just
Oh,
recently.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mhm.
So I could try and get him involved in We the World, and
good.
Partly to promote his upcoming. He's evidently has a new book that's about to be published, or has just been published, or something like that. So he could be quite helpful.
Sure. And let's start coordinating with them. You know what I mean?
Regarding Citizens for Global Solutions, they're actively looking for leadership in the of people who are under 40. In other words, 20 to 40 sort of age. I don't know.
Right. Well, that's why, we have our Children and Youth campaign, which is not just about supporting the things that will help empower children and youth, but also, activism. Children and youth activism is a big part of that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get Donna Park is kind of the de facto coordinator of lots of things in CGS, as is Larry. Larry David is also, but if I could get one of them to talk to you about that, they're particularly interested in people who are under 40, which is definitely does not include me. But,
that's okay.
But CAD, as I say, is bringing out a new book now. Apocalypse Never has been very well received, but he has a more up-to-date book that I think is about to come out. So,
do you and Angel have each other's emails?
No.
Because in terms of moving forward with finding coordinators for the disarmament campaign, that's important.
Yeah. Okay. My email. Anyone's welcome to send me emails. Is Lucy Law Webster. Sort of three words running together. My maiden name is LAW, and we didn't want to lose that. And Webster is my married name. LucyLawWebster@gmail.com. So that's
okay. So Angel is writing that down. So you will probably hear from her.
Okay.
And for example, CGS is doing a lot of great stuff, but I don't know if they are thinking in terms of 11 days and what's coming up in September. So maybe let's collaborate on something for 11 days.
That's a good idea.
So if you want to reach out to any of them there.
So Donna Park would be or Larry, Donna Park and Larry, what did I say his last name is? They're two people who are very much in the sort of leadership role and trying to develop new programs.
So if you can reach out to them, let them know that we have been talking, that you've been on the We Team calls, and remind them that I'm on their advisory board now.
Oh, good.
So let's see if we can do something. There's a lot of things coming together in September, so I think it's an important moment to bring them in. They're a global organization that's been doing quite a bit of work.
It's part of the world
decades.
movement for world federal government.
exactly.
And the Netherlands component there, and Canadians are very active. But as regard to the U.S., is we the world basically a U.S. organization or broader?
Nope, it's totally global.
It's the whole world.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah. So we've been doing things in countries around the world. Angelina is in Botswana, has a branch there of We the World, and she's on the call now. You heard her speak earlier. So yeah, definitely. And something else, I forgot what I was going to say, but anyway. So Jana, thank you, Lucy.
You're
and
welcome.
Jana,
Yes.
do you want to give an update what's been happening on your end?
Well,
even though
the
the
update
wind
is
has been out of your sails.
So,
Yeah.
and that's the way I do outreach. So I'm a little stuck.
Uh-huh. So Angel, oh, I don't know if Angel's still on. Actually, Angel has to leave soon. I know that. But I know that Angel's idea is to bring in some folks to work with you on the economic justice campaign.
Yeah, we talked and I said I would do the outreach part because that works out perfectly with the calendar. I put on events for people who send me things like Sue and Michelle and Sharon, but I also do my own outreach, looking for events since I get so many emails, and then I let them know that I put their information on our calendar and encourage them to take a look at and consider partnering. But without the calendar, it's hard for me to be able to do much.
Right. Got it. So
I know it's not your fault, it's a glitch, but.
okay, and it looks like Ugoji has to leave too. So we're getting near the end. Mufadal, would you like to say a few words? What's been going on your end?
Lot of positive and good news. Had been busy working on, closing the bullion transaction. Good news is that a couple of countries like Liberia, South Africa, the entrepreneurs over there are working with the president so that we can get that 100-bed hospital, which is available to us from Wuhan. They are donating the hospitals, 100-bed, $25 million hospitals for every country if the president can accept the donation. So I'm working with South Africa, I'm working with Liberia, to get that letter from the president so that, we can get that hospital incorporated into our Wheel of Life farm schools. So that is a proposal, and that is on its way. And basically, we are ready to execute. There is a 5-acre site, has been awarded to us by Digital Agriculture Academy of Pakistan. And they would love to build our model, Wheel of Life farm school so that everybody can physically see it. So hopefully the Prime Minister of Pakistan, around our Independence Day in 14th August, we are trying to complete that aggressively so that it can be inaugurated by the Prime Minister.
Okay.
So that is very, very good news. And, so the site is available now, and, the team is available, and they simply want me to lead the project and execute it, It's very aggressive, very, very aggressive project. In 1 month, I have to complete it, So I'm actually putting all the pieces together to do it. Things are in control in the North American side. Had a very, very good meeting with Heidi, about training the 2 billion mothers and utilizing all her wonderful resources, which she has put together, through her organization, in the Children's Month and everything. So we had a very, very positive meeting, and she is now ready. She has already developed the curriculum, and I think I have, I will share that meeting recording also with you guys, and you can look at the meeting and the discussion we, we had together.
Okay,
Very
good.
tough lady. Okay, Heidi is a very tough lady.
Well, my understanding is that you modified that language that.
All that is done. That was all taken care of.
Yeah.
That was all taken care of. But she is a tough cookie, I mean, she asked a lot of tough questions in that meeting,
Good.
And then I was put on the corner and I had to answer all of them, And finally she was convinced.
Okay.
And that she has the capability to train 2 billion mothers. I had to convince her,
Okay.
I said, well, don't worry about the resources. I will give you the resources. You do your part. Okay, I will do my part. Okay.
Well,
Let's form a team
I'm glad
and move
it's
forward.
moving forward, and
Yeah,
please
idea is
keep
moving
us
forward,
keep us posted as to progress.
Right, exactly. So that is good. The other good news is this, that we are also setting up SAMS TQLMA Japan. Okay. And, I was working initially, all the gold business I was doing was with Mitsubishi Japan. Okay. And very difficult procedures and systems to work with. But finally, we have found, a very innovative and a powerful man in Japan. And he likes our proposal. He is willing to set up SAMS TQLMA Japan as a foreign direct investment company, the same way like we are doing in USA, a startup New York company, which H&M, Heidi, and myself, we will incorporate a company. And my accountant is going to be taking care of all the logistics of doing it. So that company will be incorporated in USA, and then this Japanese gentleman is incorporating our company in Japan. So the best technologies of Japan and USA can be integrated in developing countries. So another good news that, we are diversifying basically, that I was already present in Australia, and Australians loves Japanese, so very good harmony over there, So with Japan equation, things are really going to be moving very fast. Because Japanese are very efficient people, This guy gives me in 2 minutes, he gives me all the things he wants, and very efficient guy, okay? This gentleman, Mr. Sakata.
Okay.
So, a lot of good news, and
Good.
I think moving forward,
I'm glad to hear it, and thanks for staying up late to be on our call. So
Right.
let's
Thank you
end
very
the
much,
call.
and
Yeah, let's end the call. Good to see you all.
Okay.
Thank you. And it's
So-
all about we, like.
Okay, I
like
will
Sue
get the
says.
update through the recording, because I was not part of the call today.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye, everyone.
Sure
Bye
thing.
bye.
Bye.